Hello and welcome everyone, I'm Madals and today I have got game number 1 of a best of 1. It's a Protoss versus a Zerg on Acheron Waste, and down in the bottom right position spawning as the red Zerg player, it is none other than JonnyREcco. And his opponent in the top left, the blue Protoss, it is the Grandpa Toss, WhiteRa. So, Zerg, Protoss, Acheron Waste, WhiteRa, JonnyREcco. Who is going to win? I just don't know. Are we going to be seeing some special tactics? Oh my goodness, I hope we do, because that would make me a happy caster. A happy caster, not just a happy caster, like double. Interesting pylon positioning. Like, this is for no... I can't read anything into this. I'd be very surprised if anyone could read anything into putting the pylon there. Other than, it's pretty funky. I don't think I've ever seen someone put it right at the back of the base on the cliff there. Usually it's here or here. Quite often it's like here, so you can then get a little bit of a wall off there, but maybe it's just a wall off the back there. Interesting. I think I'm reading in too much to this. Maybe WhiteRa just likes putting it there. Sometimes I think that casters try and read into what players are doing too much. And I think quite often casters read into something completely insignificant to what a player's actually thinking. We tried to make a big deal out of it, and then missing a huge point. But it was wall off the back there. That kind of makes sense, because then you can't get unit stream through, which means if you had like a stalker here, for example, a stalker and a zealot, you'd be a bit better defended around. I don't know, maybe I'm thinking too much. It's just quite an interesting thing to note. Little advantages like that, and little stylistic plays can be really exciting. Anyway, we do see the spawning pool coming down here, so that's all good. I like that. Meanwhile, we do have, of course, the assimilator on its way. So WhiteRa going for a very standard play, putting the second pylon down on the low ground actually very early on. So this could lead to just being an earlier nexus. Say the nexus coming down after the gate rather than after the cybernetics core, though that's unlikely with the assimilator there. Very unlikely actually. So just theorizing things that could be coming down, things that you could see and think, okay, maybe that's what my opponent's doing behind it, but it's very unlikely to get that nexus before the cybernetics core, because one of the big advantages of starting out with a gateway expand is that you're able to get the mothership core really early. That is hugely important, because it banks up energy. You've got the photon overcharge, then you've got the ability to go for the mass recall, the time warps, etc. And you've got the added defense early on from just, say, 4 lings. A mothership core can shoot at those all day, and it'll be happy. Now, Rico is taking the extractor, because his overlord has seen, okay, this is probably going to be some kind of interesting place. Sees the nexus down, doesn't know how far along it is, but does know since there's nothing here, it would be very late for a nexus first. So this is all looking good for Rico at the moment. He knows what he should be scouting for, what he should be spotting out, because of course that it wasn't a nexus first or forge fast expansion. This third doesn't need to come down until a bit later on, so that's really the big thing. But yeah, I'd say all in all, this is probably going to go into a bit more of a later game, and the reason I say that is, one, because JonnyREcco is a much more of a later game player, he likes to macro it up, and two, because WhiteRa not doing anything too aggressive yet. However, that could quickly change if he decides to throw down 3 additional gates here. Very likely. It could also be 2 gates plus a Stargate, a Robo, or something like that. I'm expecting the tech to be as part of the wall off, just because it's a really wide ramp here. So there's the first gate. WhiteRa going to just save up some more money. Needs them minerals. Unfortunately, esports dollars can't buy you a wall off. It'd be good if they could. Also, esports dollars cannot buy you everything that you need for a new house, because I'm moving next week, which makes me really excited. Also means I can start streaming. I haven't reminded people of that. I will be streaming from the week beginning the 23rd of September. I don't have a solid stream schedule yet, but if you check out my Twitter, I'll make sure that I put stuff up and all of that sort of thing. But oh, we do see that a Zergling getting a little bit of damage taken here. Very fun times. Now, unfortunately, the probe is going to die, but the Zergling sees there's a Stargate and 2 additional gateways. That's important for JonnyREcco. The main reason it's really critical for him is because he now knows that he doesn't have to expect 4 gate pressure, can drone it a little bit harder without getting as many units, doesn't need to rush a Rotron, but does need to keep a lookout for what could be coming out of that Stargate, maybe needing some spore callers. These drones doing an amazing job of stopping that Zealot. Great control out of Rico there. Meanwhile, back at home, we see WhiteRa. Warp gate tech nearly done. Couple of stalkers coming out, nothing too exciting. The time walk was used as well. That was really just trying to get a kill on a queen, unfortunately not managing it. So Rico staying at those 3 queens, should be looking to expand shortly, and yeah, there we go. Just as I said, it's time around 6:30 is a good time against this sort of opening to secure up your third. The Phoenix, quite an interesting choice. Phoenix harassment just means that you can do more damage, you can pick off overlords, you can harass quite nicely, but in the later game you're a bit more vulnerable. Early game you can harass a bit better than, say, going voidways. But it does mean that WhiteRa now knows exactly what's out because the first Phoenix is going there. WhiteRa, will he stop at 2? A lot of pro players stop at, say, 2 Phoenix, especially in the real high-level games at the moment. Others still like going up to 4, maybe 5 Phoenix quite easily. So just a little thing to keep a little look for. What is WhiteRa going to be doing? Currently, no 3rd Phoenix on the way. If it is going to start, it should start relatively soon. So keep an eye on that for the moment. Or else we need to keep an eye out for any potential tech switch. Say a robotics facility coming down. A couple of zealots are on move command, not attack command, meaning they're taking a bit of extra fire than they perhaps want. The 3rd Phoenix is now on its way down. The other 2 just sitting around here. Only one moving forward at the moment. The other one hasn't been revealed. And I don't believe WhiteRa has seen that anything being produced there because he hasn't been able to move his Zerglings far enough forward. But he does still have a good number of Spore Crawlers coming down. 2 in total for the time being. Spore, 2 Spores of the natural, 1 Spore up in the main, and another one coming up in the main. So he's going to be very well defended against these Phoenix. Should they try and move in, they probably won't be able to secure a Queen Killer, especially with the positioning of that Queen there. I think it will be safe. Always good to keep your Queen near your Spore Caller, though. Just because, yeah, means it's safe from being lifted up by Phoenix from any angle if it's right next to it. The Phoenix will start taking damage. Now, WhiteRa with the Hydrogen and Rotron is certainly looking like he's getting himself into the sort of spot where hopefully he can be going Roach Hydra in the mid and late game. That's viable because he's seen the Phoenix out, he knows there's not an early robotic facility, and therefore knows there probably won't be many Colossi. Oh, we do see a good surround here on the Zealots. These 4 definitely going to go down, and that's actually a bit of a loss to WhiteRa because WhiteRa not too high on the ground army. 1 Stalker and 1 Sentry now remaining. These rocks are going to take some damage, and a greedy 3rd attempting to get secured. A force field could be used should things get too bad, but just the fact that this Sentry can just chip away at Zerglings pretty much endlessly will be rather infuriating. A robotic facility is now coming down behind all of this, but the Phoenix are coming through, and this is where we could see a couple of drones get taken off. One of the Phoenix taking a bit of damage, more spores trying to go down, just trying to protect his base. Ideally, Rico doesn't want to lose too many workers unless he has to. Does see that there is a single pylon there, so they can probably assume that a Nexus is coming down with the rocks also out on, or with the rock tower being knocked down, but Rico's responding to that nice and simply by taking up a 4th. Unfortunately, this Mothership Core quickly chipping away at it. Mothership cores are like that. It's kind of, a Mothership core only does a little bit of damage because it just nags you. It's just like, do it, cancel now, cancel it. It's really frustrating like that, but never actually going to try and hurt you too badly. That's why I reckon it's a Mothership core. Anyway, just your mum nag. Mine still does, and I'm a proper adult now, or like, I like to think I am anyway, probably not. But yeah. Where did that topic even come from? I'm so confused by myself. Anyway, these Phoenix are going to come and do a little bit more harassment, or at least attempt to, but with these spores round, could be a bit tough. We do have the Infestation Pit on its way as well for Rico, plus a couple of Hydras, so he's going to shut that down quite nicely. But it's the Voidway that really interests me. What's that going to be doing? Only the one Voidway for the moment as well, so can just go and lonely go and try and attack that hatch. But oh no, the Mothership Core will die with full energy. Ah, poor Mothership Core. Feels sad now. The Voidway as well is playing a very brave game attacking the hatchery when there's Hydralisks about. So these Phoenix, they're taking a little bit of damage too. So got to be careful now, WhiteRa. You don't want to be losing units for nothing. He's losing a bit more than JonnyREcco is for the time being. And Rico's economy looking really quite solid, up at the 68 probes. He's also getting 11 more out. That's going to take him up to 79. And that proves, 1, that I can do maths, and 2, that Rico definitely going to get a great income, and therefore should be in a comfortable spot in order to pump out whatever he wants, especially out of this hive. Currently no upgrades have been started from the double evolution chambers. Interesting, not quite sure why, just because he's got a lot of money. He may not be wanting to. That's wanting to tech ultra fast. These Phoenix, though, killing these poor defenseless drones as they come through. That's pretty cruel. Pretty mean to the drones as well. But drones, do they have feelings? I don't even know. Is it kind of like, if you kill a Zerg unit, is it like actually killing them? Or is it more like just severing a limb from the hive mind, where it's still alive, it makes no difference to it, but it just feels a little bit less? I don't know. That's the sort of thing comments are for, to try and help me work these deep questions of StarCraft out. But Hydra's currently providing the support to this natural base. Meanwhile, a couple more shimmying their way forward. I established the other game, I remember now, that Hydralisks don't shimmy or crawl or anything like that. They slither, because they have tails, right? They're like snakes. 6 Vipers coming out. Oh my Viper. That is a lot of them. 1-1 also now finally started. JonnyREcco and WhiteRa both pretty starved of upgrades at the moment. WhiteRa fractionally ahead though, and he's got the advantage of that magical power called chrono boosting, which means it'll come out just that little bit quicker. But Phoenix taking some damage, one getting away with just 2 health, very, very close. JonnyREcco taking a 5th base as well, just like expand all the places. All the places need hatcheries, and then I will be happy with all of them, because I will cover the entire map with the glorious, glorious creep spread and the lovely, lovely swarm, and that'll be good news for me. Now, the Vipers, why are they good? Abducts, 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 and WhiteRa yet does not have down a Templar Archives. No Templar Archives means no feedback on those, and also no Sonic Storm, so once these Colossi are out the picture, well, JonnyREcco's going to be happy, let's just say that much. So, Rico now, sitting back, he's got a decent army up, very Hydralisk heavy at the moment. Currently doing 25 Hydras, only the first Roaches hitting the field now. Now, that's fine when you're going up against the Phoenix Force, which isn't going to really fight you back, and the Roaches will be pretty useless. But against the ground army, especially with Colossi, you need a couple of those Roaches just to tank up the damage. That would be good. So, Roaches, Hydras, Vipers, very normal composition here. I'm sure anyone, no matter how new you are to the game, unless you're brand new, will have heard the expression Roach, Hydra, Viper as a late game composition for Zerg. But WhiteRa now, having to sit back, he is turtling. Unfortunately, he's rapidly becoming a turtle that's been flipped over onto its back, and its little legs are waggling in the air because he can't get out of this spot right now. And that is that Rico pushing forward, abducting everything that he might want to. And oh, the Colossi are so far forward. 2 good abducts there, 2 Colossi down. A nice little blinding cloud as well. The Hydras and Roaches moving their way forward. Only a single Colossus still remains. The Viper count still sitting at a comfortable 3 rather than the 6 they were before. But now in come those Zealots. Are we going to see a good abduct here on to the Colossus? Yes, we will. Gets poked down, pulled a little bit closer. Could do with another one just getting right into range of those Hydras. At the moment, not getting focused. The Voidway will go though. And with this, I think JonnyREcco is going to force the GG. And there we go. GG is called. WhiteRa tried to out macro a macro Zerg, and unfortunately it didn't work for him. But what did work is it gave us a cool game. I hope you all liked that. If you did like the video, leave a cool comment and of course subscribe, and I'll be back tomorrow with yet another new cast. I'm Madals, thanks for watching, and bye for now.